Well, something about schools causes them to seem to be almost constantly asking the parents and the grandparents and so on for money, money, money. And there's a good reason for that. But back in the 50s, about the only two things then that we went to the public for was money in the form of ads to be placed in the school annual, sold to the local merchants and to merchants in the surrounding small towns. And then a school carnival or some other one major money-raising thing to raise money to send the kids on senior trips. We hadn't had any senior trips at Milton. I don't think there was any at Conway Springs where my wife graduated. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure there wasn't. But somehow those had come into the picture between the middle 40s and the middle 50s. So I was a sponsor for the yearbook at least one of the 2 years I was there. The kids went out, did a good job selling ads. Don't remember what we charged for an annual, but it wasn't a whole lot. My gosh, now and I'm subbing and hear what they're having these kids have to come up with to get an annual. I'll bet in those classes is over 1,000. There's not 200 that buy an annual. Don't blame them. Big money. Well, having had experience with school carnivals at Milton, I was a believer in school carnivals as a way to raise money, so we'll use a school carnival. I think it was a tradition there, too, at Tartner. And I took a very active role in helping plan that carnival. Wanted to have a couple of events that really raised quite a bit of money. And, you know, any of us that have gone to carnivals, I don't care if it's at the county fair, the state fair, or the local elementary school, the prizes don't amount to all that much. The fun is to compete with your friends and show off to your family and that sort of thing, and be a winner at the carnival. So most of our prizes weren't very much, but this was in a day and age before kids got so many stuffed animals that in some houses there's actually a room to house the kids' stuffed animals. And I've got great-grandchildren who've got more stuffed animals than I can believe is at all possible or reasonable. But not back there in the 50s. So our two big prizes for the carnival were two bears. I suspect they were 20, 21 inches high. Big animals for that day and time. Big, big prizes. And picked carefully where we would put those prizes. One of them was going to be at the bingo, hoping to keep the parents and the grandparents busy so that they'd stay and the kids would spend money. The young people, oh, it's the young people that spend more money. That's got a little money, you know, and like to show off to their friends. Don't remember. I think you had to win a certain minimum number of bingo games, and then after you hit that minimum number, whoever had the most bingo games would win a bear. Of course, those parents and grandparents weren't winning a bear for themselves. They wanted it to give to their little granddaughter or grandson, their son or daughter, save it for Christmas, you know, all that sort of thing. The other one was down at the north end of the gym. Got a basketball out there, had a crew that was operating it, and you paid your ticket or tickets for so many shots at the free throw, and they kept a running tally. And whoever had the most free throws in the course of the evening got that second big bear. Well, I noticed it was a busy place down there. Bingo was doing pretty well, and in fact, it was a nice evening, and it's a nice place to be, Hartner, Kansas. The people turned out, were having a good time. A very successful carnival's underway. Well, it gets late. Most of the crowd's left. I'm thinking about closing down, and I become aware that, whoa, wait a minute. Lots of activity on the north end of the gym at that free throw line. Most people have left. But gee, the ones that are left seem to be divided into two equal camps. Got a young man. I think the young man and the young lady shooting against each other were both probably junior high age. Can't really remember for sure. But I'm telling you, those kids could shoot free throws. And one of them was being backed by a grandfather and another one by a parent. And by golly, you take your turn and you take the lead. You take your turn and you shoot. The money goes on the line until you've got the lead again. Well, you watch that for just a little while, and man, it's getting late. And you can see that this isn't going to end nice. You're going to have to set a time limit or do something. And then it occurred to me, did anybody win that other bear at the bingo stand? So got a hold of the staff member in charge of that activity. Oh no, she said, nobody did. Go get the bear. So while she's going to get the bear, I say to the kids and their backers, we're going to declare this a tie. Co-champions, a bear for each. Boy, everybody's going to be happy, and then we can all go home. Right. The lady comes back. The bear isn't there. I don't know who's the most deflated. The parents, the kids, or me. Probably me. To think that somebody had taken a bear that wasn't given as a prize and had given it to somebody, stolen it really. I wasn't happy. So I assured the people involved here, we'll order a second bear if this other bear doesn't turn up. I don't know if they flipped a coin or what, but there was a peaceable arrangement made, and somebody went home with a bear, and with the other one with a promise that a bear will be forthcoming. But I wasn't happy. Somebody fudged on the system in a way that just wasn't right, and it was offensive to me, if not to other people.